Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Leo Chen of Levitate Style. Back again with another Happy Hour Finance Friday video. Before we get into this video, please follow me on Instagram at Levitate Style. I post daily men's fashion and travel content there, so follow along. Also, hit that subscribe button. We got new video on this channel every week. Before we get into the questions, a quick introduction about me for those who are new to the channel. I'm Leo Chen of Levitate Style, a men's fashion and travel influencer based here in New York City. I am an Asian immigrant from Hong Kong, first to attend college in my family. I studied accounting and I've worked at Morgan Stanley and Barclays Bank. Levitate Style was started in 2014, 5.5 years ago with my girlfriend Alicia as a creative side hustle. Since then, we've both quit our full-time jobs and become full-time content creators, working with brands such as American Express, Audi, Macy's, and GQ. I've been featured in GQ, Men's Health, and Forbes, and recently we've traveled around the world. I'm by no means a financial expert. I always just love the topic of money, growing my income, stocks, and success, and career path, and things like that. So this video series is just a chance to talk about this topic with my own personal experience. For this Happy Hour Finance Friday video, I'm trying out a new bourbon. This is Four Roses. Cheers. For this video's question, I'm going to answer it directly off of my Instagram story. I did a Q&A asking you guys about questions. All right, first question, would you go back to working in finance? Cheers. This is a great question. I don't think anyone else has asked me this recently. And I gotta say, there's been thoughts about going back into the finance world because of the way this current global situation is. To be really honest, the sponsored work for influencers, especially on Instagram and the fashion and travel space, it's gone down a lot. This is really just speaking truthfully. I think a lot of people can agree to this too, is that in general, when things are going down like the current situation here, brands don't have as much marketing budget. You know, they have to figure out how they can survive during a crazy time like this. They really have to figure out where the money has to go. And so, in my experience with the brands I'm working with, even with the brands I've modeled with, they're just trying to figure out how much money they're going to spend advertising, marketing, and things like that. And also on the other hand, a lot of the fashion brands rely on the retail sales, and a lot of the retail stores are closed or it's very limited in the amount of people that can go in. And so overall, I think in a lot of industries, they're hurting and they're really just trying to figure out marketing budget, where that money is going to be spent on, how they're going to use that. And then on the other hand, travel industry is really tough. I mean, basically, there's no traveling right now, especially for the US. So hotels, airlines, they're all really hurting. And so when you think about the brands in that perspective, and they work with people like influencers, and so overall, I'll be honest, like we're not getting as much sponsored work as we normally are. And that has really had me thinking about going back working in finance. But the short answer is no, I do not plan on going back to finance. I have honestly thought about it recently just because it is a stable job. For most banks, the finance industry is kind of like business as usual because there is a lot of different functions that has to keep going for the bank to survive. So yes, I've definitely thought about going back to work, especially since I could probably work from home, but it's still a 9-to-5 job, and that really takes me away from doing other creative side hustle, different projects. As of right now, we still have enough sponsored work to keep us full-time, which is great, but there's still different ways we're figuring out how we can make more money from investing and also figuring out bigger plans in the future. All right, second question here, easiest way to invest $1,000, mutual funds, index, etc. Cheers. That is a great question. $1,000 is a good amount to start investing. I mean, any amount is good to start. And I think easiest way, I mean, yeah, mutual funds, index funds, ETFs, all those things are very safe and easy to invest into. So that's definitely one way to go about it. I think nowadays with the market going up and down, you can definitely invest your money in so many different ways. It's really up to you how you want to invest your money. I personally have really diversified my money. So I have some in growth stocks such as a Tesla. I have some in dividend stocks such as AT&T, and I have some money in ETFs, mutual funds that are growing slowly. I highly recommend looking to stock YouTubers. They do a really good job going really deep analysis into the company's financials, you know, their dividend yield and their revenue and expenses, all of that. So on the outside looking in, you know, the company stock might be cheap or, you know, they're going up and down. But these guys do a really good job really digging deep and to see like, oh, they're really in debt or like they're not doing so well. So I personally, that's what I use. I watch a lot of YouTube videos trying to figure out what is a good pick, trying to figure out how and what is my next move. My recommendation is definitely diversify your money. Look into the companies, the brands that you use regularly. So obviously look into Apple because I use iPhone, my MacBook, all those things. Look at also the future. I think like what the pandemic has shown us is that we're spending a lot of time at home. So what are we spending our time on? Watching Netflix. I personally play a lot of video games. So now I'm like, oh yeah, video game would be a great industry to invest into. So companies that make the video games, companies that make PS4, which is Sony. So just like all these different things, that's another way to look into stocks to invest into. All right, question number 3. Credit card tips to get back into 850s again. Cheers. Credit card tips, 850s. To be honest, I don't really know my credit score. I think I just assume that it is really good, really high. But I gotta say, it did not start off that way. Back in college, I was terrible with my credit card. And I think most people are. I really was just terrible with my credit card. My credit score was not good. I don't know the exact number, but it was not good. I think I had one of those like, student credit card things. I just did that terrible thing where I keep paying the minimum. And I keep paying like $100 there and $25 there just so I can make my next purchase. And it just came to the point, it was just bad. Like, it was just like a cat and mouse game. I was constantly catching up on paying my credit card payments. I'll admit, I definitely just asked my parents for money, making up stupid excuses like, oh, hey, I gotta pay money for dorm fees, I gotta pay money for food, I need fees for books, I need this for that, and constantly just asking for a little money there and there to keep paying off my credit card. So I was terrible at that. So my tip is really just have a good budget for yourself, figure out what you're spending your money on, saving your money and paying it off. And I think constantly just paying your bill on time, do the automatic payment to pay the whole bill full, and figure out how to budget, how to save your money to pay off your credit card right away every month. I think for me, like right out of college, as I finally got a full-time job, that kind of just like built into a routine, made it into a normal thing, regular automatic payments, and slowly that started to pay off. So once my credit score got better, I kept upgrading my credit cards. And so I signed up for the credit cards where they gave you like $200 for signing up, and you spend like $5,000 for the first 3 months, you get money back. So I started doing that, and I kept doing it as I wanted to upgrade my credit card and get better perks. Overall, with my credit card timeline and history, I think I probably have like 5, 6 different credit cards now, but it's mainly 2 that I use. One is for my personal, the other is for my business account. But I think overall, over the years, I kept upgrading credit card to get better credit score and better credit line. So I think best tip is have that routine, paying your credit card off fully, set up automatic payments, and then on the other hand, make sure your account is obviously full and have the money ready to pay it off. And once you get that regularly doing it, I think your credit score will be better. And then, as I was saying, over time, I kept applying for better credit cards that made sense for me. And so when you apply for better credit cards, chances are, hopefully, you get a bigger credit limit. And then as you get better in your credit line, you can apply for better credit cards and get better perks. All right, so there you have it, guys. Quick Finance Friday video for you guys. I answered some of those questions that was in my Instagram stories. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. Thank you guys for watching.